the world of digital finance, a small group of individuals have tried to warn the world. They've exposed the games, the silence, the puppets, and the billion-dollar setups hidden in plain sight. While others chased hype, they followed the money straight to Ripple, regulation, and the new financial order. This is not speculation. This is the groundwork. This is the blueprint. These are their stories.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. Yes, this is very, very, very serious because people are not prepared for what's coming. And I cannot stress that enough. Buckle in. That intro right there, you might want to rewind that and listen to that again because we are getting very serious now. Things are getting serious. Never forget when USDC was launched. September 26, 2018. And never forget who they were backed by. Goldman Sachs, backed Circle, okay? And don't forget, Coinbase and Circle were behind this USDC. And Circle has been deepening their partnerships with BlackRock, announced in 2022. We're in 2025. Do you know the amount of closed door meetings that took place? Do you know what kind of conversations are taking place right now? History is being written out, right? History is being written out, and we have to position ourselves before the institutions flood. And never forget, this is the first time in history that humans have the opportunity to accumulate an asset before the institutions come.
It's very different, and I've been out in Silicon Valley for about 20 years. The thing that's very different about what's happening now versus the dot-com bubble is the dot-com bubble, it was the institutional investors who were in, and then retail came on top and priced things up. The exact opposite has happened here. You have retail and kind of speculative interest already in the market, and now you have institutional money starting to come in.
But the best part about all this, very small fraction of the world's population has actually accumulated a handsomely amount that will be generational, okay? Before we get into today's episode, USDC hitting a cap. Tomorrow's episode is going to be absolutely insane, but this video is going to set the tone for tomorrow's episode because it's game over. You know, it's game over, and it's really starting to look bad for the individuals that don't see what's coming for XRP. But if you're new to this ecosystem and you're just getting started and you have no idea what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, the IGCPS blueprint, we are bringing this back to only 10 slots because there's also a 30-minute conversation that is going to take place where you and I have a conversation about how you are looking and what you are trying to construct here and what your end game is. And remember, this is not going to be any sort of financial advice. This is just a strategic framework for decision making. I myself, being in the industry for 10 years, this is going to help you out, really get you started in terms of what to kind of narrow down and what to accumulate your bags into from every perspective, okay? So this is gonna guide you. It gives you the key assets for the next wave of adoption. So if you guys are interested, the link is in the description down below, and the website will be closed off as soon as the spots are taken up. And then tomorrow we are gonna have the final personalized engraves coming back, personalized engraving pendants coming back that will be launched tomorrow. Okay, very limited. These are made to order. And like I said, when XRP goes to 20, 30, 40, $50, the fact that you have a pendant that says even, you know what, this is personalized, but again, you might want to put the value of XRP behind it because looking back on this years from now, when it's trading at, you know, double digits, triple digits in the future, a lot of memories are going to come back. Okay, a lot of good memories are going to come back. And this video, you're never, ever going to forget. So take a listen to this.
I think USDC is obviously incredibly important for the crypto industry, right? I mean, it is, in my sense, pretty much the killer app of sort of retail crypto. I think this sort of thesis still needs to be played out, but I think where USDC is going to hit a cap is going to be at scale. So when I talk about the $10 trillion that we're processing every night, and I was looking this morning, I think the the 24-hour volume for both USDC and USDT is like $25 billion or something. That's like 400 times less than what we do every day. And if you think about having to fully reserve $10 trillion to be able to make those payments every day, that's a lot of liquidity that you're taking out of the system. That's a lot of liquidity that you're taking out of the system. And that's, really actually has a negative impact. And you can't really start to create credit creation. Like you can't actually enact credit creation and issue auto loans and mortgages if you have this huge balance of liquidity that's locked up.
First of all, we plan to leverage the Ripple stablecoin alongside XRP in cross-border payments in our existing real-world cross-border payment product. Alongside XRP, so we're able to scale that globally.
And we can make this extremely low cost to move.
Played out, but I think where USDC is going to hit a cap is going to be at scale.
Alongside XRP, so we're able to scale that globally, significantly going forward and provide certain optionality.
So I think that USDC has, 100% a place to play. I don't know that in its current construct, it can play at the institutional level.
To do that, the scale issues we talked about earlier.
My goodness, that is monumental. And just keep in mind what's being planned right now behind the scenes. Since day one, right? USDC, Jeremy Allaire, they saw the opportunity. They were working closely with Ripple. They were always pro-Ripple. They made it very clear that Jeremy Allaire is not going to come out on a World Economic Forum stage and say, we're going to utilize Ripple's technology to scale a system. Like many institutions, organizations are going to utilize XRP Ledger to scale. And they know that. They know there's going to be a scaling problem because you're about to inject trillions into the market, and what infrastructure can handle that in an efficient, compliant manner. Right? And Ripple's vision since inception was that. And it's incredible how everything, all the videos that I've shown over and over again is, these are the key talking points that you have to focus on. These are the crumbs that we have to kind of put together, or puzzle piece. You can't really put crumbs. But it's truly incredible what's coming. And I'm over here just kind of, rubbing my hand on my chin, just like, zoning out in terms of, I think we're all crazy in a way, because at the end of the day, the thing is, we all, like the ones that understand this, that's the scary part, because like, we know that there's a certain handful of individuals that, understand it. Like, understand at 10, 20, 30, it's going to happen 100%. Like that kind of mentality, that kind of conviction is deadly. That is some next level psychopathic stuff. You know what I mean? But the thing is, that's what that's why AIs are coming. These are the individuals that are involved right now, are the next, visionaries that are going to benefit and tell their stories years from now, right? So accumulate as much as you can. Okay, if you're new, stop worrying about researching. Follow the right people. Listen, do your research. But if you find the right group of content creators and you listen to what they're saying and study what they have been saying since the inception of their channel and see their consistency with what they talk about, those are the ones you want to hunker down and, mirror their stuff. Because at the end of the day, you got to understand, when I started in 2017, early 2017, I was just like you guys in terms of trying to find content around this stuff, trying to understand this stuff. And I was mirroring other people. I was watching Crypto and Carl from the Moon. Carl from the Moon, I learned a lot from that guy, regardless of the amount of shade I throw at him. That's because, he just talks down XRP, it's just so annoying. But regardless of all that, I learned a lot from that guy. I learned a lot from Crypto, and that was pretty much it. And then when I saw Ripple, and given what I have witnessed and dealt through within the financial ecosystem myself, I knew XRP, this thing, it was instant. I knew right away that this thing is going to hit $100. And like it's 20, 30, 40, like 100%. And the fact that the value has, hasn't done anything since I've got in makes it even more bullish, because it just confirms that the strategic alignments that they are doing internally behind the scenes around the digital asset that is going to be leveraged on a level playing field, you need to strategically position that and accelerate and scale into it, right? They have the infrastructure, and XRP is like the heartbeat. And then you have ILP, Interledger Protocol, to really make that like a killer app. And then you have USDC, RLUSD, all under an umbrella with branches. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I forgot a video that I was going to. And then Tyrone Lobin, right? This video I played to you guys, but you got to listen to it again, how it comes back to Ripple. Okay, I really hope some of you guys came all this far, because this video is actually important, and I'm not going to edit this out. Like I say, when I make my videos, they're all one cut. I don't like it. They're just me, boom, boom, shakalaka, boom. Why did I say that? That's so lame. I'm so sorry. Okay, we're going to end this off with this episode right here. My goodness, and we will be back with another video.
Apollo, JP Morgan, and WisdomTree provided traditional and alternative assets to be tokenized. And in order to set up this fragmented environment, we had Onyx and Oasis Pro tokenize these assets on 3 different permissioned blockchain environments. We had a permissioned zone of the Provenance blockchain, the Onyx Digital Assets platform, and a permissioned Avalanche subnet. And to provide connectivity between all of these different platforms, we implemented not just one, but 2 interoperability solutions, Axelar and Layer 0. And to provide connectivity between all of these different platforms, we implemented not just one, but 2 interoperability solutions, Axelar and Layer 0.
They told us dream small, but we had the stars in mind. While they chased hype, we studied time. In the noise we found the signal. Brad knew just what to do. Now XRP hums like jazz, running smooth and true. Money's changing, systems bend, ripple flowing to the end. Truth is quiet, bold and deep. We salute the ones who lose no sleep. Salute to the minds that built this chain. Salute, salute through the trials, through the pain. Salute, salute to the calm, to the wise. Salute 100 in our eyes. Bitcoin maxis yell on stage, stuck in loops they call belief, while XRPL just clears the way. No delay, no grief. They hoard coins like dusty gold, but we got utility in every fold. The future ain't loud, it's steady breathing. Real ones know what's worth believing. It ain't hype, it's code and soul. We salute the ones who see the whole. Salute to the builders, to the flow. Salute, salute where the real ones choose to go. Salute, salute to the heart, to the plan. Salute, XRP will lead the land. Value don't lie, and truth don't shake. Let the whole world break, we remake. Strategic reserve, written in stars. XRP gonna take us far. So here's to the signal, clear and bright. To the dreamers who held on tight, no matter the storm, no matter the fight, salute, we rise with the light.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.